I got something in my nose.
That's what we call a booger.
Like Superman. I like a lot of spice. Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Later, baby.
It's game time and I'm up one. Name something I ain't done. Name a body that's my type. Air Jordan, I'll take flight. I'm next level, I'm franchise. I'm top tier, I'm that guy.
Good morning, buff babes, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is juliarene, and I want to welcome you to my Road to Pro bodybuilding series. So today, I am actually getting ready to take you through a full leg workout, and also, I'm going to tell you the things that I do every single day to avoid binge eating. And just a disclaimer, guys, anytime that I talk about binge eating, I never want you to feel as if I am telling you what to do, because this is your journey and that is just not my job. And your healing process is your healing process, and what works for me might not work for you. So take everything with a grain of salt, take what you will, leave what you don't. And I just want to share what has helped me in hopes that it reaches somebody in some sort of way. So before we get into that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on, because we are 3 weeks out from our bodybuilding show. So let's get some hype for this workout, because I'm starting to... Side note, this is what I've been sporting lately, because as my body fat goes down, I start getting really cold, and I am always a hot person. So the fact that I'm wearing this in the summer is nuts. So this is what I look like the majority of the day until I go and work out. All right, that's better. We have our leg day outfit on. I got the Squeeze Me Skinny waist trainer because it helps keep everything in tight, and it has a lot of support, which I love. And I have my stronger knee sleeves to protect my knees while we are pushing. Now, let's make some pre-workout. All right, so if you don't already know my pre-workout stack, what are you doing with your life? You must not be listening to me when I'm talking. I know I talk a lot.
Listen to me. Like I do this all the time.
So we got a whole thing of water, and we got the Project One. This is in the sorta cherry kind of lime. Yes, that is the name of the flavor. So I'm gonna do about a half a scoop of this, because I don't need a full scoop. All right, this is going to provide me with energy and focus, especially since, you know, I'm getting a little tired. L-carnitine, this is in strawberry mango. This is for fat burning, and it prevents fat storage. So this one's a little scoop of that. Yes, I mixed 3 different flavors in one, and it still tastes amazing, because I don't feel like separating them, because that would just be really difficult. And then the last one is Alpha Surge in raspberry lemonade. If you can see it. This is for muscle pumps and blood flow. So whenever you're working out in the gym, this helps blood go to the muscles so that you have better mind to muscle connection. And it makes you look. So we're gonna mix this up, and then we are going to head out the door. So we are at award-winning fitness training with Renee with Kinetics Body Science.
How's it going?
What up?
So I've been training with this machine for about 2 years, you'd say?
At least a year and a half, 18 months, 24 weeks, somewhere there. Somewhat long time. You've been doing it a long
A
time.
significant amount of time,
Yes.
but today's gonna be our last day training on the new fit, just to kind of give them a break until the show. So it's bittersweet, but
It's bittersweet.
let's get her
We'll
done.
be back.
But we'll be back.
But the next time I train you, you'll be a pro,
Yes.
right?
fold, but never again. Back on our grind, you know what it is. Yeah, yeah, this is our year. Knock us down once, we gotta.
I got something in my nose.
That's what we call a booger.
I had to stop being basic. All of my dreams had to chase 'em. You counted me out, I counted me in. Fell off before, but never again. They boxing me out, I never fit in. Never will fold, never compare. Just wanna win.
Next, we're gonna do split squats with the dumbbell. Our working leg is gonna be forward, and our non-working leg is going to be backwards. And we're gonna lean forward slightly. Lean forward slightly, so kind of at a 45 degree with your body to keep the tension on the quad. I can't breathe. Dumbbell's gonna be in this hand.
Killing it.
I never gave up, you better wake up. I had to stay up, took a few pay cuts, I had to save up. Now they can't say much, changing the game up. Back on my grind like I never left. Gotta take this to a level up. Gotta stay focused, can't mess it up. Gotta move smart, cause I know that they testing us. I'm in my bag, no longer checking the tags. Remember the days I wanted this bad, now look where I'm at, I cannot be mad. Jumped in the game and I did the dash. There's no looking back, can't live in the past. I know that you sad, go get you a bag. All of this winning is making you mad. Just wanna win.
Okay, that was our last leg day with the new fit machine. It's gonna be a good break for my legs because every time I use that machine, my legs hold on to a lot of water. So just giving them a rest before we get into the show day is gonna be great. Then after show day, we'll come back. So now I'm gonna finish with post cardio and then we'll do some posing and I'll see you then.
We came to fight, we came to win. We lost before, but never again. We came to fight, we came to win.
Oh my God. We just finished cardio again. Second cardio session of the day. Oh my God. It was like I felt everything, but also felt nothing at the same time. Do y'all ever have a cardio session where you're like, it was so hard that afterwards you're done and you're just sitting on the Stairmaster, like blank staring, like, and you're thinking to yourself, what am I doing with my life? Like, that's how I felt afterwards. But that is it for training for today. You know, like, that's the, I guess, positive about it is that that was the hardest part of my day. The hardest part of my day is over. And if you think of it like that, then it's easier, you know? So we're gonna go home and I'm gonna share with you guys one of the other things that I do every single day to help me stay on track with my meals and not have the urge to binge and go off of plan. So let's go home, make a meal, and chat it up. So another thing that I used to do that I don't do anymore is that when I would come home from my workout, I would immediately eat my food. I would even sometimes warm up my food while I was in the shower, and then after I get out of the shower, just eat it really quick. But now I practice patience before I eat my meal. I shower, then I go and create my meal. And by doing that, it makes me slow down before eating my meal. So another thing that I like to do that I didn't really do before is actually take time and prepare my meals. I used to just throw them in the microwave and then just eat them really quick. But by me really taking the time to just slowly make them, and especially with the air fryer, it makes it a lot easier because it actually makes it a little bit more fun. So right now I have 2/3 cup of oats, and what we're going to do is we're gonna mix it with water, and then I have some chicken. So I'm just going to measure out 3 ounces of chicken right here, and then what we're going to do, 3 ounces. Perfect. We're going to use some of this feast mode cheddar bacon, and we're almost going to make like a crust around it so that it kind of fries. All right, so you see how there's like a little layer of breading around it? Since I can't really add much calories with the breading, by doing this, it kind of leaves it a little bit fried, which I love. All right, I'm gonna add about 4 cracks of pink salt. Pink salt. I got some nutmeg. I like a lot of spice. Some ground cinnamon. Mix that all together. Ooh. It just smells so freaking good. Look at that, thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. All right, meal is ready, and I'm just gonna sit down and enjoy it. And this is one of the things that I used to never do. I would either like work and eat, or I would walk around and eat. I would never just sit down with my meal. And by practicing mindfulness and just sitting down and appreciating your food, it allows you to slow down and really just appreciate the food for what it is. A lot of times for me, I know this was the case when I struggled a lot with binge eating, is that I would sometimes eat food and I wouldn't even think about it, and I wouldn't even remember what it tastes like, what it smelled like, what it felt like, because I was eating like it was the last time I was going to eat. So now I just sit down, I got my meal, I appreciate it, I'm clean, I'm not sweaty, I'm comfortable. And another weird little trick, I've been eating my meals with baby spoons. Look at a baby. So I have a hard time with not like going like that. So I just take little bites. I'm just gonna sit here and eat it. I also got a baby fork to eat my chicken with. Another thing that really, really helps me is that between every single bite, I take a sip of water, because the majority of the time, we are so dehydrated. It is crazy. I used to never drink water because I just hated water. I thought it was gross and had no flavor, but taking sips in between each bite not only helps with digestion, but helps keep your tummy full. All right, guys, so my body just realized that it did 2 cardio sessions and a training session and is on limited calories, so I'm hitting a wall. So I will see y'all tomorrow for some more tips and tricks and a little physique update, because we're gonna be doing those more often.
The next morning.
Another thing I do every morning to avoid binge eating is I journal and educate myself. I start by writing down how I'm feeling for the day. This allows me to organize my thoughts, set intentions for the day. Then I educate myself on how the brain works by reading a chapter of Brain Over Binge. I found that by knowing what's going on in my brain, it gives me all the power to overcome this habit I created. I also listen to motivational or educational podcasts to start my day on a positive note. So another thing that I do is I make sure that I don't have any of that crap food in my house, because the more accessible the food is, the more likely that I am going to eat it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what I have in my fridge and what it looks like so that I can set myself up for success. Just to give you kind of an example, say like you go to your mom's house and your mom has a bowl of candy out. And you don't necessarily want the candy, but it's there, so you're like, yeah, I'll eat it. And I can't tell you how many times I have had something either in my fridge or my pantry, and I was like, I'll just keep it in there, and I'll just decide not to eat it. It was never the case. I always ended up eating it anyways, and it wasn't really what I wanted to do. So I'm going to show you guys what the fridge looks like. All right. So we have the fridge, and up here we have all of our protein, carb sources. So we have pre-prepped chicken already ready, beef, white rice, turkey in here, and also, pro tip, if you put the scooper in there, it's so much easier for you to just scoop it out later. And then up here, we have our eggs ready to go. I usually have a couple extra because Zach needs some. Carb sources, we have another carb source of sweet potato. And then we have extra white fish. It's already ready and cooked. I just have to heat it up. And here we have blackberries, raspberries, and then more extra food. And then the last drawer, we have veggies, snap peas, and then we have some spinach, some lettuce, some avocados. If you have the lettuce and spinach, these are great veggies to have because they're very, very filling, and the more likely that you are filled, the less likely it is to binge. And then on the side, I have Mios on deck. I have some sweet drops right here that are carameled, and a variety of sauces. No sugar ketchup, Red Hot, Louisiana, Serrano. Oh, I love this one. My favorite, creamy green. This is not mine, this is Zachary's. And then we have unsweetened almond milk, egg whites. I have my pre-workout prepped and ready to go for when I go to the gym. And most importantly, greens and reds from First Form. So that is how my body is looking right now. I am very happy with the results, with the things that we have changed this week, which have been very, very drastic to just get that last push for these next couple of weeks. My body is changing very fast. So today is a Thursday, and usually I do my back workout, but we decided to cut my back workout out completely and replace it with a yoga session, because with the category I compete in wellness, it's the only category that they actually look for your body to not be symmetrical. So they want your upper body to be smaller than your lower body. So I have to start decreasing the amount of upper body training that I have, which is totally fine with me because I don't really like training it that much anymore because I have different goals. So doing the yoga is just going to be more beneficial for me because it's going to help me get loose and have better posing. So I'm actually going to leave you with the last and the most important tip. And that is that food should be a lifestyle, not a lifelong diet. The first thing that I think of when I think of a diet is something that is short term. And I found that by thinking of it as a lifestyle, it allows me to see it as a whole instead of a small portion of my life. I also used to think of food as just only being calories, instead of thinking of food as being fuel and nourishment and energy to my body, and that it serves a greater purpose than just numbers. That is also why I stress so much that what I'm doing right now with the bodybuilding competition is something that is short-lived and is not sustainable. And I want to just be honest with you guys. I really do. But afterwards, I'm going to go back to living my life like normal. I'm still going to do cardio. I'm still going to follow a meal plan. And I'm still going to do training. I'm just going to have a little bit more freedom with it. And I can't wait to share that with you guys, because bodybuilding is a small portion of my life. But I'm not going to be doing it forever. So I have to learn, us together, how to create a lifestyle out of this so it could be something that we can do for the rest of our lives. That is going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait for these next couple of weeks. Make sure you're subscribed, turn your post notifications on so you never miss a Road to Pro video. And I love you so much, and you're more powerful than you think. Bye.